Like I was woken up by a controller. The vibration is pretty awful. Also, when you don't use the phone for a while and you try to go to this Google News page, you get like a big lag and you press on the weather and it took so long that I don't even want to know the weather. I might as well go outside and check myself. What if I want to Google something? Like, look, why does Google Photos take... Okay. I told myself I'd stick with Greg no matter what. Even if he disappointed me. Even if he forgot how to open Instagram, which he did. Eventually. No, but why did it just have a stroke when opening the DMs? This picture looks okay for a 2008 webcam. But then you compare it to the OnePlus 12 and it's a huge difference. Obviously. But we have to remember how cheap Greg is, and he's trying so hard not to fall behind. This video looks like dog breath, and it has no optical image stabilization, so every step looks like you're walking through the trenches. The selfie camera looks like a cat just pissed all over my screen. But then I took a picture of a dumbbell and I was like, okay, it's actually pretty decent. But Greg has a tiny sensor, no optical image stabilization, and crappy autofocus system. So the preview has loads of ghosting, and then after you take the picture, it takes a few seconds to open it, and then you end up with a photo? If you look at the screen, it's actually not terrible. Sure, it looks a little muted compared to the OnePlus 12, but if you put aside the luxury, standalone, the screen actually looks pretty decent. Obviously, this phone is not for everyone, and I think in most cases it would make more sense to buy a used OnePlus 6 or like an iPhone XS if you lost your main phone or you got robbed. But some people just want to walk into the store and buy whatever is on display with warranty and new updates. I've been very harsh on this thing, so we have to look at the bright side. Greg is as good as he can be for this price. And actually, there are a few things that I loved about this phone. Greg wasn't just a phone, he was a test of patience, of loyalty, of sanity. I carried Greg everywhere. He never complained. I was the one that was complaining. I am the problem. I use a flagship phone on a daily basis, so of course I'm gonna have high expectations. But if you ignore the flaws, it's still a usable phone. Apart from not having contactless, I can still use it as a normal phone. Watch YouTube, listen to music, take pictures, travel, use social media. Kind of. It's not like I was missing out by using this phone, apart from the fact that I couldn't wait until I could switch back to my main phone. The spec sheet makes this phone look pretty bad, but 60Hz is enough. The screen is bright enough. It's 720p, but I couldn't give a rat's ass about the resolution. I survived almost a week with this phone, and you know what? I actually love how light this phone was. I loved the flat screen, the boxy sides. It actually made me dislike my curved edges even more. I want a flat screen now. Did I miss my phone? Yes, I did. Do these phones technically do the same thing? Yes. But is it fair to say that if you don't really use your phone and you want to save some cash, you should buy this? Hell no. You might not need a pro phone, but you don't deserve to be dragged through mud in the trenches just to get through the day. I am relieved that I can finally put the SIM back in my phone, but I will miss Greg. He was my first bad phone, and I will always remember that. He didn't ask for much, just patience and forgiveness, but I couldn't give him that. So it's time I put him back in the box and I give it to someone who will appreciate it more.